Antonio, you are the man of men. You have satisfied me with your strength and your manhood. I am grateful and excited to start this new chapter with you.
Antonio beamed with pride as he held Isabella close. Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest stories. In a small, picturesque town nestled between rolling hills, lived a woman named Isabella. She was known for her striking beauty, with flowing dark hair and eyes that seemed to hold 1,000 secrets. Yet, despite her allure, Isabella had a longing that remained unfulfilled. Isabella was a woman of desires, and she knew what she wanted. She dreamed of a man with a commanding presence, someone who could satisfy her deepest yearnings. She wanted a man with a big heart, a big mind, and yes, a big manhood. She had always believed that physical compatibility was as crucial as emotional and intellectual connection. One sunny afternoon, Isabella decided to take a walk through the town's bustling market. As she strolled past the vibrant stalls, her eyes met those of a tall, ruggedly handsome man. His name was Adrian. He had a confident air about him, and his smile was both charming and mischievous. Isabella felt a spark of intrigue. Adrian approached her with a warm smile. "Hello, I'm Adrian. I've seen you around and couldn't help but be captivated by your beauty." Isabella blushed slightly but maintained her composure. "I'm Isabella. It's a pleasure to meet you, Adrian." They began to talk, and Isabella quickly realized that Adrian was more than just a handsome face. He was intelligent, witty, and had a depth to him that she found irresistible. As they spent more time together, Isabella's initial attraction grew into something deeper. However, as their relationship progressed, Isabella discovered that Adrian, despite his many wonderful qualities, did not fulfill all her desires. She found herself longing for more physical satisfaction. Her dreams of a man with a commanding presence and a big manhood seemed to slip further away with each passing day. Determined to find the fulfillment she craved, Isabella made a bold decision. She decided to look for other men in the village who might satisfy her desires. She began to meet different men, each with their own unique charm and appeal. Yet, none seemed to meet her exacting standards. One evening, feeling both frustrated and determined, Isabella sat at her desk and opened her laptop. She logged into her Facebook account and composed a post. "Attention, gentlemen of our beloved village. I am Isabella, and I am seeking a man who can fulfill my deepest desires. If you believe you possess the qualities I seek, please respond to this post. Interviews will be scheduled." Isabella hit a post and leaned back, feeling a mixture of excitement and apprehension. She had taken a bold step in her quest for satisfaction, and now it was up to fate to bring the right man into her life. The responses poured in, and Isabella's Facebook account buzzed with messages from hopeful suitors. She smiled, feeling a sense of empowerment and anticipation. Her journey was far from over, but she knew she was one step closer to finding the man who could truly satisfy her. When the day of the interviews arrived, Isabella prepared herself meticulously. She wore a stunning white dress that accentuated her beauty, and she arranged her home to create a welcoming atmosphere. The men began to arrive, each more impressive than the last. There were men with chiseled six-pack abs that showed through their tight shirts, and others with such prominent manhoods that their trousers bulged noticeably at the zipper. Isabella felt a rush of excitement as she greeted each one. Once everyone had gathered, Isabella stood before them, radiating confidence.
Gentlemen, thank you for coming. I know this is unconventional, but I am seeking a man who can truly satisfy me. Here is how this will work.
She gestured to a large, pristine white sheet spread out on the floor.
We will proceed one by one. Each of you will join me on this sheet, and we will see who can bring me the most pleasure. The man who can make me stain this white sheet with my passion will be the one I choose as my husband.
The room fell silent, and the men exchanged glances. One of them, a tall man with broad shoulders, spoke up.
You mean that's it? We just need to make you stain the sheet?
Isabella nodded, a mischievous smile playing on her lips.
Yes, that's it. Show me your passion, your strength, and your ability to fulfill my desires. The man who succeeds will have my heart.
The men murmured among themselves, some looking excited, others nervous. Isabella's heart pounded with anticipation as she finished her speech.
Now, if you would excuse me, I will prepare myself in the bedroom. When I am ready, I will call for the first man.
Isabella dressed herself in a luxurious silk robe and took a deep breath. She then picked up the register and called out the first name. John, please join me. John, a well-built man with a confident stride, entered the room. They enjoyed themselves, but John could not satisfy her. He did not stain the sheet the way Isabella wanted. Frustrated, Isabella looked at him and said,
Go out, your manhood is too small.
She called out the names from the register one by one. Each man entered the room with hope, and each left with disappointment. None of the first 6 men could fulfill Isabella's desire. To each, she repeated, Go out. Your manhood is too small. Finally, Isabella called the 7th name. Antonio, please join me. Antonio, a man with a muscular body and six-pack abs, walked in with a proud, confident stride. He believed he would win the lady's heart. He entered the room first and then called Isabella to the door.
Isabella, come here, Antonio said with a smirk. Let me kiss you before we enter the bedroom.
Isabella approached, and Antonio kissed her passionately. He then lifted her in his strong arms and carried her to the bed. Isabella felt a thrill of anticipation. As they lay on the bed, Isabella shouted in pleasure, overwhelmed by the intensity of their connection. Outside, the other men gathered near the window, trying to listen to what was happening inside. One of the men outside whispered, "He has won her." Moments later, the door opened, and Antonio emerged, carrying Isabella in his arms. Her face was flushed with satisfaction, and the white sheet inside bore the evidence of their passionate encounter. Antonio stood tall and proud, with Isabella cradled in his arms. They had found each other, and the search for satisfaction was over. Isabella turned to address the other men who had gathered outside. She stood with grace and confidence, still in Antonio's arms.
Gentlemen, thank you for attending this unconventional interview. I appreciate each of you for coming and giving your best.
She paused, looking around at the attentive faces.
However, I have found the man who satisfies me completely. This man, she said, gesturing to Antonio. has shown me the passion and fulfillment I have been seeking. He has made me stain the sheet with my desire, and from this day forward, he will be my husband.
The men nodded, some with disappointed looks, others with a sense of respect for Isabella's honesty and determination. Isabella continued,
Antonio, you are the man of men. You have satisfied me with your strength and your manhood. I am grateful and excited to start this new chapter with you.
Antonio beamed with pride as he held Isabella close.